What's up? It's James of P2F Fighting. Let's talk about it. So, this is my first answer to a question in the gun discussion. And I found a douchebag that I'm going to answer. I don't even know who this person is, but I'm definitely going to answer this question. This was the wrong question to bring up in this group. Let's get into it. uh, where I can't find the name of this person. Anyway, unidentified person, today's your day. All right, so the question is, I just found out that my roommate owns a gun. It's legal, but I don't like it. How do I have it removed from the house? The police said they can't help. Wow. You would ask this question in the gun discussion. All right, so the police said they can't help. So you can't get any help. Sorry, not sorry. If your roommate owns a gun, then they just own a gun, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love this answer. There's an answer right under your question that calls you a uppity little snowflake. I like that. And the answer that was by David Randall. Michael Smith says you need to learn to mind your own business. Agreed. Sean Ferguson says you have your answer. It's legal and you can't change it. Now grow up. That is amazing answer. Oh, and then we have John. I'm about to mess your name up. Lazinski. In what nation do you live where you get to decide what legal items other adults can possess or own, unless you own the living space that made a lease that covers what is allowed and what is not, then you have nothing to support you. If you don't like it, then you can leave and pay whatever compensation it takes to break the lease. Frankly, you're lucky to have a roommate who recognizes the value of a personal gun ownership. Ah, I love all these answers. These answers are amazing. Amazing answers. Hold on, man. I'm gonna trigger you a little bit more. Hold on. All right, so I just thought I would just to add to my own assholeness to the situation, I wanted to just trigger you a little bit more. Does it bother you? Does it bother you? Hmm? Does it bother you? Oh, the douchebaggery. How dare you think? In my opinion, also, who the fuck do you think you are that you can come into, a house and think that you can just have somebody else's property removed? It isn't even about the fact that they have a gun, okay? It could be a gun, it could be a knife, it could be a fucking fork. The idea that you think you have the right to say, I don't like what you have, so I want you to get it out the house. I want to get it removed. You know what? I don't like the clothes you're wearing. Take them off. I don't like the fact that in your room you've got a dildo that you shove up your ass every day. Get that out of here. You can't decide to remove someone else's stuff just because you choose to. And here you said the police said they can't help. So you've called the cops on this individual because they have a gun in their house. You've called the cops on them. What an asshole you are. Everybody else wrote answers. I wanted to be one to put my answer. I want to put a face on it so you see who the fuck I am telling you you're an asshole. I'm telling you. You see me? I'm telling you you're an asshole for that. Not just for saying that you can't, just not just for saying that they have something you don't like in their room that they own, but the fact that you called the police on them to see if you could get it removed without them knowing. This means to me that you didn't even bring the subject to them. You didn't even bring it up. You just saw something you didn't like. You saw a gun, and then you jumped on the phone and called the cops. You didn't tell them, yo, I don't like the fact that you have a gun. Is there some way you can put it somewhere else? Maybe your car, maybe somebody else's house. I don't like it in the house of me. You didn't even have a discussion. or else you haven't specified that you had one here. Instead, you called the police on them. I will tell you that my wife wasn't particularly happy that I have a gun, but it was for my job because I do armed security. And for me to move up, I had to get a gun. But now that I've had it for a while, and I have a 5-year-old also, she was concerned about that. And so, you know, we had a talk, all three of us. I took my firearm, showed it to my 5-year-old. Obviously, it's clear as you see. Let her try to mess with it. You know why? So she will lose interest. She lost interest. She doesn't even care about the damn thing. Of course, I keep it locked up with a snake lock and far from her, and it's safe and secure, and nobody cares. It took a little time, a little bit of talking, a little bit of people being familiar with the thing, and we all got over it. Maybe instead of calling the police on somebody behind their back, right, and trying to see if you can get something removed without a person's knowledge, y'all could have sat down and had a discussion about the situation. Instead, yeah, maybe you should pay to break the lease and leave because that's not cool. You're a snitch and you're an asshole. And so I just want you to know that. All right. That's what I got to say about it. Like and subscribe. Holla at your boy.